The Book of Ezra, Chapter 1. Now in the first year of Cyrus king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be accomplished, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus king of Persia, so that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus says Cyrus king of Persia, All the kingdoms of the earth has the Lord, the God of heaven, given me, and he has charged me to build him a house in Jerusalem, which is in Judah. Whoever there is among you of all his people, his God be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord, the God of Israel. He is God, which is in Jerusalem. Whoever is left, in any place where he sojourns, let the men of his place help him with silver, and with gold, and with goods, and with animals, besides the freewill offering for the house of God which is in Jerusalem. Then rose up the heads of the fathers' houses of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, even all whose spirit God had stirred to go up to build the house of the Lord which is in Jerusalem. All those who were round about them strengthened their hand, with vessels of silver, with gold, with goods, and with animals, and with precious things, besides all that which was willingly offered. Also Cyrus the king brought forth the vessels of the house of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had brought forth out of Jerusalem, and had put in the house of his gods. Even those did Cyrus king of Persia bring forth by the hand of Mithredath the treasurer, and numbered them to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. This is the number of them: 30 platters of gold, 1,000 platters of silver, 29 knives, 30 bowls of gold, silver bowls of a second sort 410, and other vessels 1,000. All the vessels of gold and of silver were 5,400. All these did Sheshbazzar bring up, when they of the captivity were brought up from Babylon to Jerusalem. Chapter 2. Now these are the children of the province, who went up out of the captivity of those who had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away to Babylon, and who returned to Jerusalem and Judah, every one to his city, who came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Sariah, Reliah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum, Baanah, the number of the men of the people of Israel. The children of Parosh, 2,172. The children of Shephatiah, 372. The children of Erah, 775. The children of Pahath Moab, of the children of Jeshua and Joab, 2,812. The children of Elam, 1,254. The children of Zatu, 945. The children of Zakkai, 760. The children of Bani, 642. The children of Babai, 623. The children of Asgad, 1,222. The children of Adonikam, 666. The children of Bigvai, 2,056. The children of Adin, 454. The children of Ater of Hezekiah, 98. The children of Bazai, 323. The children of Jorah, 112. The children of Hashem, 223. The children of Gebar, 95. The children of Bethlehem, 123. The men of Netophath, 56. The men of Anathoth, 128. The children of Asmaveth, 42. The children of Kiriath-Arim, Chirphara, and Beroth, 743. The children of Ramah and Geba, 621. The men of Michmas, 122. The men of Bethel and Ai, 223. The children of Nebo, 52. The children of Magbish, 156. The children of the other Elam, 1,254. The children of Harim, 320. The children of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 725. The children of Jericho, 345. The children of Senah, 3,630. The priests, the children of Jediah, of the house of Jeshua, 973. The children of Emer, 1052. The children of Pashur, 1247. The children of Harim, 1017. The Levites, the children of Jeshua and Kadmiel, of the children of Hodaviah, 74. The singers, the children of Asaph, 128. The children of the porters, the children of Shallum, the children of Ater, the children of Talmon, the children of Akub, the children of Hatita, the children of Shobai, in all 139. The Nethanim, the children of Ziha, the children of Hasupa, the children of Taboth, the children of Keros, the children of Siaha, the children of Padon, the children of Lebna, the children of Hagabah, the children of Akub, the children of Hagab, the children of Shamlai, the children of Hanan, the children of Gedel, the children of Gehar, the children of Reaiah, the children of Rezin, the children of Nekoda, the children of Gazam, the children of Uzzah, the children of Paseah, the children of Basai, the children of Asna, the children of Meunim, the children of Mephisim, the children of Bakbuk, the children of Hakupha, the children of Harhur, the children of Basluth, the children of Mehida, the children of Harsha, the children of Barkos, the children of Sisera, the children of Tema, the children of Naziah, the children of Hatifa, the children of Solomon's servants, the children of Sotai, the children of Hassophereth, the children of Peruda, the children of Jaala, the children of Darkon, the children of Gedel, the children of Shephatiah, the children of Hatil, the children of Pochereth Hazabaim, the children of Ami, all the Nethanim, and the children of Solomon's servants were 392. These were those who went up from Tel Malah, Tel Harsha, Cherub, Adnan, and Immer, and they could not show their fathers' houses and their seed, whether they were of Israel. The children of Deliah, the children of Tobiah, the children of Nekoda, 652. Of the children of the priest, the children of Habiah, the children of Hakoz, the children of Barzillai, who took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite, and was called after their name. These sought their register among those who were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore they were deemed polluted and put from the priesthood. The governor said to them that they should not eat of the most holy things until there stood up a priest with the Urim and the Thummim. The whole assembly together was 42,360, besides their men-servants and their maidservants, of whom there were 7,337, and they had 200 singing men and singing women. Their horses were 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, their donkeys 6,720. Some of the heads of the fathers' houses, when they came to the house of the Lord which is in Jerusalem, offered willingly for the house of God, to set it up in its place. They gave after their ability into the treasury of the work 61,000 derricks of gold, and 5,000 minas of silver, and 100 priest garments. So the priests and the Levites, and some of the people, and the singers, and the porters, and the Nethanim lived in their cities, and all Israel in their cities. Chapter 3. When the 7th month was come, and the children of Israel were in the cities, the people gathered themselves together as one man to Jerusalem. Then Jeshua the son of Jozadak stood up, and his brothers the priests, and Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel and his brothers, and built the altar of the God of Israel, to offer burnt offerings thereon, as it is written in the law of Moses the man of God. They set the altar on its base, for fear was on them because of the peoples of the countries, and they offered burnt offerings thereon to the Lord, even burnt offerings morning and evening. They kept the Feast of Tents, as it is written, and offered the daily burnt offerings by number, according to the ordinance, as the duty of every day required, and afterward the continual burnt offering, and the offerings of the new moons, and of all the set feast of the Lord that were consecrated, and of everyone who willingly offered a freewill offering to the Lord. From the first day of the 7th month began they to offer burnt offerings to the Lord, but the foundation of the temple of the Lord was not yet laid. They also gave money to the masons and to the carpenters, and food and drink and oil to them of Sidon and to them of Tyre, to bring cedar trees from Lebanon to the sea, to Joppa, according to the grant that they had of Cyrus, king of Persia. Now in the 2nd year of their coming to the house of God at Jerusalem, in the 2nd month, began Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua the son of Jozadak, and the rest of their brothers the priests and the Levites, and all those who were come out of the captivity to Jerusalem, and appointed the Levites, from 20 years old and upward, to have the oversight of the work of the house of the Lord. Then Jeshua stood with his sons and his brothers, Kadmiel and his sons, the sons of Judah together, to have the oversight of the workmen in the house of God. The sons of Henadad with their sons, and their brothers the Levites. When the builders laid the foundation of the temple of the Lord, they set the priests in their clothing with trumpets, and the Levites, the sons of Asaph, with cymbals, to praise the Lord, after the order of David, king of Israel. They sang one to another in praising and giving thanks to the Lord, saying, For he is good, and his loving kindness endures forever toward Israel. All the people shouted with a great shout when they praised the Lord, because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid. But many of the priests and Levites and heads of fathers' houses, the old men who had seen the first house, when the foundation of this house was laid before their eyes, wept with a loud voice, and many shouted aloud for joy, so that the people could not discern the noise of the shout of joy from the noise of the weeping of the people. For the people shouted with a loud shout, and the noise was heard afar off. Chapter 4. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity were building a temple to the Lord, the God of Israel, then they drew near to Zerubbabel and to the heads of the fathers' houses, and said to them, Let us build with you, for we seek your God as you do, and we sacrifice to him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Assyria, who brought us up here. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the heads of the fathers' houses of Israel said to them, You have nothing to do with us in building a house to our God, but we ourselves together will build to the Lord, the God of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, has commanded us. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah, and troubled them in building, and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose, all the days of Cyrus king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius king of Persia. In the reign of Ahasuerus, in the beginning of his reign, they wrote an accusation against the inhabitants of Judah and Jerusalem. In the days of Artaxerxes wrote Bishlam, Mithredath, Tabeel, and the rest of his companions, to Artaxerxes king of Persia, and the writing of the letter was written in the Syrian character, and set forth in the Syrian language. Rehum the chancellor and Shimshai the scribe wrote a letter against Jerusalem to Artaxerxes the king in this manner. Then wrote Rehum the chancellor and Shimshai the scribe and the rest of their companions, the Danaites and the Apharsathites, the Tarpalites, the Apharsites, the Archavites, the Babylonians, the Shushanchites, and the Dahites, and the Elamites, and the rest of the nations, whom the great and noble Osnappar brought over, and set in the city of Samaria, and in the rest of the country beyond the river, and so forth. This is the copy of the letter that they sent to Artaxerxes the king. Your servants, the men beyond the river, be it known to the king, that the Jews who came up from you are come to us to Jerusalem. They are building the rebellious and the bad city, and have finished the walls and repaired the foundations. Be it known now to the king that if this city is built, and the walls finished, they will not pay tribute, custom, or toll, and in the end it will be hurtful to the kings. Now because we eat the salt of the palace, and it is not appropriate for us to see the king's dishonor, therefore have we sent and informed the king, that the search may be made in the book of the records of your fathers, So shall you find in the book of the records, and know that this city is a rebellious city, and hurtful to kings and provinces, and that they have moved sedition within the same of old time, for which cause was this city laid waste. We informed the king that, if this city is built, and the walls finished, by this means you shall have no portion beyond the river. Then the king sent an answer to Rehum the chancellor, and Shimshai the scribe, and to the rest of their companions who dwell in Samaria, and in the rest of the country beyond the river. Peace and greetings. The letter which you sent to us has been plainly read before me. I decreed, and search has been made, and it is found that this city of old time has made insurrection against kings, and that rebellion and sedition have been made therein. There have been mighty kings also over Jerusalem, who have ruled over all the country beyond the river, and tribute, custom, and toll was paid to them. Make now a decree to cause these men to cease, and that this city not be built, until a decree shall be made by me. Take heed that you not be slack in this. Why should damage grow to the hurt of the kings? Then, when the copy of King Artaxerxes' letter was read before Rehum and Shimshai the scribe and their companions, they went in haste to Jerusalem to the Jews, and made them to cease by force and power. Then ceased the work of the house of God which is at Jerusalem, and it ceased until the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, king of Persia. Chapter 5. Now the prophets, Haggai the prophet, and Zechariah the son of Iddo, prophesied to the Jews who were in Judah and Jerusalem, in the name of the God of Israel. They prophesied to them. Then rose up Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua the son of Jozadak, and began to build the house of God which is at Jerusalem, and with them were the prophets of God helping them. At the same time came to them Tattenai, the governor beyond the river, and Shethar-bozenai, and their companions, and said to them, Who gave you a decree to build this house and to finish this wall? Then we told them the names of the men who were making the building. But the eye of their God was on the elders of the Jews, and they did not make them to cease, until the matter should come to Darius, and then answer should be returned by letter concerning it. The copy of the letter that Tattenai the governor beyond the river, and Shethar-bozenai, and his companions, the Apharsachites, who were beyond the river, sent to Darius the king. They sent a letter to him, in which was written this: To Darius the king, all peace. Be it known to the king, that we went into the province of Judah, to the house of the great God, which is built with great stones, and timber is laid in the walls, and this work goes on with diligence, and prospers in their hands. Then we asked those elders, and said to them, Who gave you a decree to build this house and to finish this wall? We asked them their names also, to inform you that we might write the names of the men who are at the head of it. Then they returned us answer, saying, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and are building the house that was built these many years ago, which a great king of Israel built and finished. But after our fathers had provoked the God of heaven to wrath, he gave them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon the Chaldean, who destroyed this house, and carried the people away into Babylon. But in the 1st year of Cyrus, king of Babylon, Cyrus the king made a decree to build this house of God. The gold and silver vessels also of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple that was in Jerusalem, and brought into the temple of Babylon, those did Cyrus the king take out of the temple of Babylon, and they were delivered to one whose name was Sheshbazzar, whom he had made governor. And he said to him, Take these vessels, go, put them in the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be built in its place. Then came the same Sheshbazzar, and laid the foundations of the house of God which is in Jerusalem. And since that time even until now has it been in building, and yet it is not completed. Now therefore, if it seem good to the king, let there be a search made in the king's treasure house, which is there at Babylon, whether it be so, that a decree was made of Cyrus the king to build this house of God at Jerusalem, and let the king send his pleasure to us concerning the matter. Chapter 6. Then Darius the king made a decree, And a search was made in the house of the archives, where the treasures were laid up in Babylon. There was found at Achmetha, in the palace that is in the province of Media, a scroll, and therein was written for a record. In the first year of Cyrus the king made a decree concerning the house of God at Jerusalem. Let the house be built, the place where they offer sacrifices, and let the foundations of it be strongly laid, the height of it 60 cubits, and the breadth of it 60 cubits, with 3 courses of great stones, and a course of new timber, and let the expenses be given out of the king's house. Also let the gold and silver vessels of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took forth out of the temple which is at Jerusalem, and brought to Babylon, be restored, and brought again to the temple which is at Jerusalem, every one to its place, and you shall put them in the house of God. Now therefore, Tattenai, governor beyond the river, Shethar-bozenai, and your companions the Apharsachites, who are beyond the river, be far from you there. Let the work of this house of God alone. Let the governor of the Jews and the elders of the Jews build this house of God in its place. Moreover, I make a decree what you shall do to these elders of the Jews for the building of this house of God, that of the king's goods, even of the tribute beyond the river, expenses be given with all diligence to these men, that they be not hindered. That which they have need of, both young bulls and rams and lambs for burnt offerings to the God of heaven, also wheat, salt, wine, and oil, according to the word of the priests who are at Jerusalem, let it be given them day by day without fail, that they may offer sacrifices of sweet savor to the God of heaven, and pray for the life of the king and of his sons. Also I have made a decree, that whoever shall alter this word, and let a beam be pulled out from his house, and let him be lifted up and fastened thereon, and let his house be made a dunghill for this. And the God who has caused his name to dwell there overthrow all kings and peoples who shall put forth their hand to alter the same, to destroy this house of God which is at Jerusalem. I, Darius, have made a decree, let it be done with all diligence. Then Tattenai, the governor beyond the river, Shethar-bozenai, and their companions, because that Darius the king had sent, did accordingly with all diligence. The elders of the Jews built and prospered, through the prophesying of Haggai the prophet, and Zechariah the son of Iddo. They built and finished it, according to the commandment of the God of Israel, and according to the decree of Cyrus, and Darius, and Artaxerxes king of Persia. This house was finished on the 3rd day of the month Adar, which is in the 6th year of the reign of Darius the king. The children of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the rest of the children of the captivity, kept the dedication of this house of God with joy. They offered at the dedication of this house of God 100 bulls, 200 rams, 400 lambs, and for a sin offering for all Israel 12 male goats, according to the number of the tribes of Israel. They set the priests in their divisions, and the Levites in their courses for the service of God which is at Jerusalem, as it is written in the book of Moses. The children of the captivity kept the Passover on the 14th day of the 1st month, for the priests and the Levites had purified themselves together. All of them were pure, and they killed the Passover for all the children of the captivity, and for their brothers the priests, and for themselves. The children of Israel who had come again out of the captivity, and all such as separated themselves to them from the filthiness of the nations of the land, to seek the Lord, the God of Israel, ate, and kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with joy, for the Lord had made them joyful, and had turned the heart of the king of Assyria to them, to strengthen their hands in the work of the house of God, the God of Israel. Chapter 7. Now after these things, in the reign of Artaxerxes king of Persia, Ezra, the son of Sariah, the son of Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Shallum, the son of Zadok, the son of Ahitub, the son of Amariah, the son of Azariah, the son of Moriah, the son of Zariah, the son of Uzai, the son of Bukai, the son of Abishua, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the chief priest. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, which the Lord, the God of Israel, had given. And the king granted him all his requests, according to the hand of the Lord his God on him. There went up some of the children of Israel, and of the priests, and the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the Nethinim to Jerusalem, in the 7th year of Artaxerxes the king. He came to Jerusalem in the 5th month, which was in the 7th year of the king. For on the 1st day of the 1st month he began to go up from Babylon, and on the 1st day of the 5th month he came to Jerusalem, according to the good hand of his God on him. For Ezra had set his heart to seek the law of the Lord and to do it, and to teach in Israel its statutes and ordinances. Now this is the copy of the letter that the king Artaxerxes gave to Ezra the priest, the scribe, even the scribe of the words of the commandments of the Lord, and of his statutes to Israel. Artaxerxes, king of kings, to Ezra the priest, the scribe of the law of the God of heaven. I will make a decree that all those of the people of Israel, and their priests, and the Levites, in my realm, who are minded of their own free will to go to Jerusalem, go with you, because you are sent of the king, and his 7 counselors, to inquire concerning Judah and Jerusalem, according to the law of your God which is in your hand, and to carry the silver and gold, which the king and his counselors have freely offered to the God of Israel, whose habitation is in Jerusalem. In all the silver and gold that you shall find in all the provinces of Babylon, with the freewill offering of the people and of the priests, offering willingly for the house of their God which is in Jerusalem. Therefore you shall with all diligence buy with this money bulls, rams, lambs, with their meal offerings and their drink offerings, and shall offer them on the altar of the house of your God which is in Jerusalem. Whatever shall seem good to you and to your brothers to do with the rest of the silver and the gold, that you do after the will of your God. The vessels that are given you for the service of the house of your God, deliver them before the God of Jerusalem. Whatever more shall be needful for the house of your God, which you shall have occasion to bestow, bestow it out of the king's treasure house. I, even I, Artaxerxes the king, do make a decree to all the treasurers who are beyond the river, that whatever Ezra the priest, the scribe of the law of the God of heaven, shall require of you, it be done with all diligence, to 100 talents of silver, and to 100 measures of wheat, and to 100 baths of wine, and to 100 baths of oil, and salt without prescribing how much. Whatever is commanded by the God of heaven, let it be done exactly for the house of the God of heaven. For why should there be wrath against the realm of the king and his sons? Also we inform you, that touching any of the priests and Levites, the singers, porters, Nethinim, are servants of this house of God, it shall not be lawful to impose tribute, custom, or toll on them. You, Ezra, after the wisdom of your God who is in your hand, appoint magistrates and judges, who may judge all the people who are beyond the river, all such as know the laws of your God, and you teach him who doesn't know them. Whoever will not do the law of your God, and the law of the king, let judgment be executed on him with all diligence, whether it be to death, or to banishment, or to the confiscation of goods, or to imprisonment. Blessed be the Lord, the God of our fathers, who has put such a thing as this in the king's heart, to beautify the house of the Lord which is in Jerusalem, and has extended loving kindness to me before the king and his counselors, and before all the king's mighty princes. I was strengthened according to the hand of the Lord my God on me, and I gathered together out of Israel chief men to go up with me. Chapter 8. Now these are the heads of their fathers' houses, and this is the genealogy of those who went up with me from Babylon, in the reign of Artaxerxes the king. Of the sons of Phinehas, Gershom. Of the sons of Ithamar, Daniel. Of the sons of David, Hattush. Of the sons of Shechaniah, and of the sons of Parush, Zechariah, and with him were reckoned by genealogy of the men 150. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Elihaihunai, the son of Zariah, and with him 250 men. Of the sons of Shechaniah, the son of Jahaziel, with him 300 men. Of the sons of Adin, Ebed, the son of Jonathan, and with him 50 men. Of the sons of Elam, Jeshiah the son of Athaliah, and with him 70 men. Of the sons of Shephatiah, Zebadiah the son of Michael, and with him 80 men. Of the sons of Joab, Obadiah the son of Jehalelel, and with him 218 men. Of the sons of Shelomith, the son of Josephiah, and with him 160 men. Of the sons of Babai, Zechariah the son of Babai, and with him 28 men. Of the sons of Azgad, Johanan the son of Hakatan, and with him 118 men. Of the sons of Adonikam, who were the last, and these are their names, Alephalet, Jeuel, and Shemaiah, and with them 60 men. Of the sons of Bigvai, Uthai, and Zabud, and with them 70 men. I gathered them together to the river that runs to Ahava, and there we encamped 3 days, and I viewed the people and the priests, and found there none of the sons of Levi. Then I sent for Eleazar, for Ariel, for Shemaiah, and for Elnathan, and for Jarib, and for Elnathan, and for Nathan, and for Zechariah, and for Meshullam, chief men, also for Joarib, and for Elnathan, who were teachers. I sent them forth to Iddo the chief at the place Casiphia, and I told them what they should tell Iddo and his brothers the Nethinim at the place Casiphia, that they should bring to us ministers for the house of our God. According to the good hand of our God on us, they brought us a man of discretion, of the sons of Mali, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, and Sherebiah with his sons and his brothers, 18, and Hashabiah, and with him Jesiah, of the sons of Merari, and his brothers and their sons 20, and of the Nethinim, whom David and the princes had given for the service of the Levites, 220 Nethinim, all of them were mentioned by name. Then I proclaimed a fast there, at the river Ahava, that we might humble ourselves before our God, to seek of him a straight way for us, and for our little ones, and for all our substance. For I was ashamed to ask of the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy in the way, because we had spoken to the king, saying, The hand of our God is on all those who seek him for good, but his power and his wrath is against all those who forsake him. So we fasted, and begged our God for this, and he was entreated of us. Then I set apart 12 of the chiefs of the priests, even Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 of their brothers with them, and weighed to them the silver and the gold and the vessels, even the offering for the house of our God, which the king, and his counselors and his princes, and all Israel there present had offered. I weighed into their hands 650 talents of silver, and silver vessels of 100 talents, of gold 100 talents, and 20 bowls of gold, of 1,000 derricks, and 2 vessels of fine bright brass, precious as gold. I said to them, You are holy to the Lord, and the vessels are holy, and the silver and the gold are a freewill offering to the Lord, the God of your fathers. Watch and keep them, until you weigh them before the chiefs of the priests and the Levites, and the princes of the fathers' houses of Israel at Jerusalem, in the chambers of the house of the Lord. So the priests and the Levites received the weight of the silver and the gold, and the vessels, to bring them to Jerusalem to the house of our God. Then we departed from the river Ahava on the 12th day of the first month, to go to Jerusalem. And the hand of our God was on us, and he delivered us from the hand of the enemy and the bandit by the way. We came to Jerusalem and abode there 3 days. On the 4th day, the silver and the gold and the vessels were weighed in the house of our God, into the hand of Meremoth, the son of Uriah the priest. And with him was Eleazar the son of Phinehas, and with them was Jozabad the son of Jeshua, and Noadiah the son of Binnui, the Levite, the whole by number and by weight, and all the weight was written at that time. The children of the captivity, who had come out of exile, offered burnt offerings to the God of Israel, 12 bulls for all Israel, 96 rams, 77 lambs, and 12 male goats for a sin offering. All this was a burnt offering to the Lord. They delivered the king's commissions to the king's satraps, and to the governors beyond the river, and they furthered the people and the house of God. Chapter 9. Now when these things were done, the princes drew near to me, saying, The people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the peoples of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mixed themselves with the peoples of the lands. Yes, the hand of the princes and rulers has been chief in this trespass. When I heard this thing, I tore my garment and my robe, and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down confounded. Then were assembled to me everyone who trembled at the words of the God of Israel, because of the trespass of them of the captivity, and I sat confounded until the evening offering. At the evening offering I arose up from my humiliation, even with my garment and my robe torn, and I fell on my knees, and spread out my hands to the Lord my God, and I said, My God, I am ashamed and blush to lift up my face to you, my God, for our iniquities are increased over our head, and our guiltiness is grown up to the heavens. Since the days of our fathers we have been exceeding guilty to this day, and for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to plunder, and to confusion of face, as it is this day. Now for a little moment grace has been shown us from the Lord our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a nail in this holy place, that our God may lighten our eyes, and give us a little reviving in our bondage. For we are bondservants, yet our God has not forsaken us in our bondage, but has extended loving kindness to us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of our God, and to repair the ruins of it, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem. Now, our God, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken your commandments, which you have commanded by your servants the prophets, saying, The land to which you go to possess it is an unclean land through the uncleanness of the peoples of the land, through their abominations which have filled it from one end to another with their filthiness. Now therefore don't give your daughters to their sons, neither take their daughters to your sons, nor seek their peace or their prosperity forever, that you may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. After all that has come on us for our evil deeds and for our great guilt, seeing that you, our God, have punished us less than our iniquities deserved, and have given us such a remnant, shall we again break your commandments, and join in affinity with the peoples that do these abominations? Would you not be angry with us until you had consumed us, so that there should be no remnant, nor any to escape? O Lord, the God of Israel, you are righteous, for we are left a remnant that is escaped, as it is this day. Behold, we are before you in our guiltiness, for none can stand before you because of this. Chapter 10. Now while Ezra prayed and made confession, weeping, and casting himself down before the house of God, there was gathered together to him out of Israel a very great assembly of men, and women, and children, for the people wept very sore. Shechaniah the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered Ezra, We have trespassed against our God, and have married foreign women of the peoples of the land. Yet now there is hope for Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives, and such as are born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord and of those who tremble at the commandment of our God, and let it be done according to the law. Arise, for the matter belongs to you, and we are with you. Be of good courage and do it. Then Ezra arose and made the chiefs of the priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they would do according to this word. So they swore. Then Ezra rose up from before the house of God, and went into the chamber of Jehohanan, the son of Elishib, and when he came there he ate no bread, nor drank water, for he mourned because of the trespass of them of the captivity. They made proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem to all the children of the captivity, that they should gather themselves together to Jerusalem, and that whoever didn't come within 3 days, according to the counsel of the princes and the elders, all his substance would be forfeited, and himself separated from the assembly of the captivity. Then all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together to Jerusalem within the 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 20th day of the month, and all the people sat in the broad place before the house of God, trembling because of this matter and for the great rain. Ezra the priest stood up and said to them, "You have trespassed, and have married foreign women, to increase the guilt of Israel. Now therefore make confession to the Lord, the God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the peoples of the land, and from the foreign women." Then all the assembly answered with a loud voice, "As you have said concerning us, so must we do. But the people are many, and it is a time of much rain, and we are not able to stand outside. Neither is this a work of 1 day or 2, for we have greatly transgressed in this matter. Let now our princes be appointed for all the assembly, and let all those who are in our cities who have married foreign women come at appointed times, and with them the elders of every city and the judges of it, until the fierce wrath of our God be turned from us, until this matter be settled." Only Jonathan the son of Asahel and Josiah the son of Tikva stood up against this matter, and Meshullam and Shabbathai the Levite helped them. The children of the captivity did so. Ezra the priest, with certain heads of fathers' houses, after their fathers' houses, and all of them by their names, were set apart, and they sat down in the 1st day of the 10th month to examine the matter. They made an end with all the men who had married foreign women by the 1st day of the 1st month. Among the sons of the priest there were found those who had married foreign women, namely of the sons of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and his brothers, Maaseiah, and Eleazar, and Jerib, and Gedaliah. They gave their hand that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they offered a ram of the flock for their guilt. Of the sons of Immer, Hanani and Zebadiah. Of the sons of Haram, Maaseiah and Elijah, and Shemaiah, and Jehiel, and Uzziah. Of the sons of Pashur, Elionai, Maaseiah, Ishmael, Nethanel, Jozabad, and Elisha. Of the Levites, Jozabad and Shimei, and Kaliah, the same as Kelita, Pethiah, Judah, and Eleazar. Of the singers, Eliashib. Of the porters, Shallum and Telem and Uri. Of Israel, of the sons of Parash, Ramiah and Uzziah, and Malchijah and Mijamim, and Eleazar, and Malchijah and Benaiah. Of the sons of Elam, Mattaniah, Zechariah, and Jehiel, and Abdi, and Jeremoth, and Elijah. Of the sons of Zatu, Elionai, Eliashib, Mattaniah, and Jeremoth, and Zabad, and Aziza. Of the sons of Bebai, Jehohanan, Hananiah, Zabai, Athli. Of the sons of Bani, Meshullam, Malach, and Adiah, Jashub, and Sheal, Jeremoth. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Adnah, and Chalal, Benaiah, Messiah, Mattaniah, Bezalel, and Binui, and Manasseh. Of the sons of Harim, Eleazar, Ishijah, Malchijah, Shemaiah, Shimeon, Benjamin, Malach, Shemariah. Of the sons of Hashem, Mattanai, Mattah, Zabad, Eliphet, Jeremiah, Manasseh, Shimei. Of the sons of Bani, Maadai, Amram, and Uel, Benaiah, Bediah, Chaluhai, Benaiah, Meremoth, Eliashib, Mattaniah, Mattanai, and Jasu, and Bani, and Benui, Shimei, and Shelemiah, and Nathan, and Adiah, Machnadabai, Shashai, and Shariah, Azarel, and Shelemiah, Shemariah, Shallum, Amariah, Joseph. Of the sons of Nebo, Jael,
Mattathiah, Zabad, Zabina, Iddo, and Joel, Benaiah. All these had taken foreign wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children.